Ecstatic Yoga. So happy you are here today for our Friday flow. And we will be concluding with a half hour, 30-minute Samadhi, deeper meditation, going into stillness today. So grateful you're here, especially for the Ecstatic Yoga students that I'm so in love with and so proud of, who follow along every day. So thank you for joining me. And we are going to begin now by closing our eyes and bringing our attention inward. Taking this time to dive inside our own self. Breathing into the lower belly and entering into some nice mindful belly breaths. So we're into mindful breathing, but we are breathing into the belly. Just feeling that belly expand naturally on the inhale. And the belly button coming in towards the spine gently on the exhale. Just taking a couple breaths in our mindful breath in silence. All the awareness on the breath. Beautiful job. And let's move into 3-part yogic breath now. So we're going to inhale into the belly. Like a wave, bring that up into the ribs and the chest. Pausing at the top for just a moment. You can gently engage that Mula Bandha and then exhale completely. We'll do one more together and I'll let you do a couple on your own. Inhale into the belly, the ribs, and the chest, filling the entire abdominal cavity. Pausing at the top for a moment, finding that stillness, and exhaling completely. And continuing on your own, a couple more breaths. Letting it all go. And take a moment now to check inside and just scan as best as you can the inner being. Turning that eyeball around and noticing any sensation. You might feel the heart beating. Going into pratyahara. Removing your attention from the external world and diving into the internal universe. Just checking in, making no judgment, not needing to change anything. Just noticing what it's like to be you inside this morning, in this now moment. Become a little more intimate, a little more friendly with your own self, this inner being within you. This aliveness, this intelligence, this indweller, Atman. And take this moment now to set an intention for yourself, something positive, and stating it as if it's already here for you. It's already manifested. I have perfect health. Whatever it is for you that you're wanting to create, the subconscious listens to you literally. So you feed it as if it is now. And set that intention as a gift into your consciousness now. And releasing that intention with this or better, this or better, this or better. And just take a moment now to send yourself love, acknowledgement for being on the mat, for loving yourself enough to practice yoga and better yourself and raise your frequency and your health and your well-being. Whatever it is for you, increasing your flexibility, your strength, your stillness of mind. Becoming more centered, more present, less reactive, more responsive. Just acknowledging yourself, knowing that none of us are perfect. We're all on a journey. It's a practice, and we're practicing today. It's the best we can do. And opening your eyes, we're actually going to come stand up for our warm-ups today, because we're going to be moving into a warrior flow and a nice little flow today. So let's just shake out the legs, kind of wake up the body, shake out the arms, just waking up the body, shake out the shoulders, head gently, never gently, just let the body shake out. And then coming back to center, and we're going to do those pelvic grinds standing up, just moving our hips in circles, pelvis, and going nice and slow. And when you find a spot of sensation, just invite you to stay there for a minute and massage it a little bit. I mean, this is your practice. Bringing your awareness to sensation as you move the body. Keeping yourself inner directed and focused on all the beautiful sensations. Fully present to what you're feeling in your body as you move. Keeping that breath flowing in the belly. And let's go the other direction. Noticing sensations along the way. Feeling the joy of just being in your body, this body temple that houses the indweller, this eternal self. There's no holier place on earth than your body. And let's do a little twists, allowing that toe to come up as you twist around. Feeling that sensation in your spine. Wherever it is in your body, you're feeling sensation. Keeping that breath flowing into the belly. Just warming the body up a little bit. And coming back to center. Let's move into our breaths. So we're going to inhale our arms up. We're going to inhale the arms out. We're going to inhale the arms all the way up. And then we're going to bend the knees and come down on our exhale. So let's inhale. One more time. And then end up so you're just like a rag doll in forward fold hanging. And then nice and gently, just using the spine, keeping the head down, and just letting the arms remain where they are and come up nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. This is the only way we want to have the head come up last. It's just allowing that spine to slowly fold back up. And then once you get up, and allowing that head to come up last. Beautiful job. I'm going to shut this door. It seems like Xander's done going out. It's cold. Okay. Beautiful job. So we're going to move into warrior. We're going to do warrior one time. I'm going to do it in a flow. So this time is going to be a little bit different. We'll move the first time kind of slowly, and then we'll move more into a flow. So I'm going to invite you to take that right foot facing 90 degrees towards the front of the mat. Back foot is going to come about 30 to 45, whatever feels comfortable. For you, you can either align the heels or have the front heel be going right through the arch of the back leg. And then bending that front knee, finding what feels right for you. So sometimes you might want to shorten your stance or open it up a little. I'm just moving mine a little wider. So the knee comes right over the ankle nice and comfortably. Back thigh is engaged, and your hips are facing me. And we're going to bring both arms out so the front is as tall and as high as the back. Knees right over the ankle. And then turn the head to gaze out over those front fingertips. And engage those bandhas and breathe. In your warrior two, finding a spot in front of you to gaze at, to keep your concentration. You can engage those bandhas. Mula bandha is your pelvic floor. Uddiyana bandha, we bring that belly up a little bit and slightly engage. Jarandala bandha comes in and the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. Gazing out over the fingertips. One more deep breath. And on your exhale, bringing the back arm to the back leg. We're going to bring the front arm up, gazing up towards the sky in our reversed warrior. Beautiful. And breathe. Viparita Virabhadrasana. Taking one more nice deep breath, reaching up a little higher. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the hand to very gently rest on the front thigh. Very little weight on this hand. Back arm is coming up alongside the body, reaching out through those extended fingertips. So your line of energy in this side angle is from the back leg along the side body and out the fingertips, engaging those bandhas, and let's breathe. One more breath. Beautiful. And we're going to straighten that front leg. We're going to bring that front arm down to either the block or the floor, and move into our triangle. See if you can stack those shoulders, little micro bend in the knees, but mostly straight, engaging those bandhas, and let's breathe into the belly. One more breath, inhaling as you're reaching up, and exhaling that hand down. We're going to move into our Viparita Trikonasana, revolved triangle. When we go into our flow, we're going to skip this one. So we're going to bring that back foot 90 degrees like the front. You can either use the block or the floor, and revolving away from me as you lift that arm out. Shoulders stacked, back thigh engaged. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Last inhale, reaching those fingertips up towards the sky. And exhale, bringing those hands down to the mat. So you can bring those hands down to the blocks or the mats. Readjust that foot, the foundation. So that's back to 35, 45 degrees. And then you're going to face that front foot. It's 90 degrees. And then exhale, just bringing the chest and the head in towards the knee in our beautiful pyramid. Engaging those bandhas and breathe. Beautiful job. And bending that front knee so it's back right over the ankle, coming up onto the front thigh. Can squeeze those thighs together. And then bringing the torso so it's back right up over the hips again. And we're going to square those hips so that that left leg is behind us. It sometimes pulls that left hip back. So we're going to bring that left hip forward so the hips are facing front. Squaring those hips. And then bringing those arms up. Relaxing the shoulders down. Engaging those bandhas and breathe in your Virabhadrasana 1. Warrior 1. Breathing into the belly. One more nice deep breath. Beautiful job. And we're going to face forward, moving into our star. And we're going to feel those 5 lines of energy. So they're all coming from our solar plexus, the navel area here, and the energy's going down both legs. So we feel those feet pressing into the floor. And then the energy's coming up and out both arms and fingertips, and up out the crown. See if you can bring your awareness to those 5 energies, the arms extending out, the feet pressing in, and the head reaching up towards the sky as you breathe into that belly and engage those bandhas. Focused concentration. Using your attention to direct it. And as we practice directing our attention in yoga into these lines of energy, release the hands to the waist. We learn to use our attention to direct our attention in our life to manifest that which we want to create. So we become conscious creators and masters of our attention. And we're going to bend those knees so they're going right over the feet. Squatting down to where you feel a nice squat. So some people may be really, really low. Some people may be way up here. You find what feels comfortable for you. Gently tuck that tailbone under just a little bit for alignment. Knees are going right over those feet that are facing out. Bring those arms up. They can either face the world or you can bring them in to face yourself if you need a little extra love and attention and energy. Engaging those bandhas and breathe. One more breath. Good, doing a great job. Beautiful. And coming up, bringing the hands back to the hips. Beautiful. Let's move into wide leg forward fold. So we're going to stick that tailbone out to protect that lower back. And we're going to hinge forward at the hips. So allowing that spine and the head to just stay stable, not moving anything. You're just hinging at those hips. And then when you find that edge, then allow the spine to round and release the head. And you can bring the hands down to either the mat or the block, and just allowing yourself to rest deeply in this nice forward fold. And if you want to go to each side for a moment, for a nice deep breath, noticing sensations, being totally immersed in all the beautiful sensations in your body, and then going over to the other side, being fully present to the body during this practice. And if lots of thoughts come in and you disconnect from the body awareness, just gently and kindly bring yourself back to the body sensations, to the energetic sensations, to what's going on in your physical, energetic being. Coming back to center, and we're going to bring the head up, the heart up, the hands back to the hips, and just let that head lead you up to protect that lower back. So there's two ways of coming up, and that is hinging up at the hips, where we always have the head lead the way to protect the lower back. And let's go the second way. So stick that tailbone out, hinging at the hips forward, keeping that spine and head stable. Just the hips are moving. Want to protect that lower back, and then allow the spine to round and the head to drop. And the other way to come up is our ragdoll, like we did earlier. So just allow the hands to go, and we're just going to slowly move that spine one vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly coming up. And once the shoulders come up and balance back and neutral, then we can allow the head to come up. Two ways. Those are the two ways that protect your lower back. So let's go and do our warrior flow on the other side. So we're going to first adjust that foundation, set that foundation solid, and we're going to be pretty stable in this foundation until we move to Viparita Trikonasana. And we're going to have the back foot 30 to 40, the front heels coming through the arch of the back foot, and find the width, how wide you want your stance. What mood you're in today. Do you want to challenge yourself a little more, make it wider? Do you want it to be narrower? Feel this back thigh engage. You feel that thigh loop here. And the hips are facing me. Front knees right over the ankle. And if it moves a little back, that's okay. We just want to watch that it doesn't go forward of the ankle. That puts tension on the knee. So bring the arms up, both about the same width, and turn your head to gaze over those left fingertips. And engage those bandhas and bring in the prana and the life force into your body. One more nice deep breath. Beautiful. Virabhadrasana 2. And on your next exhale, dropping the back arm to the back leg, reaching that front arm up as we go into Viparita Virabhadrasana. reversed warrior. And the knees still over the ankle. Some people like to straighten that leg, and that's okay too if you like to. Find what works best for you, engaging those bandhas, and let's breathe into the belly. And allow yourself to be that warrior, that empowered, divine warrior for whatever inspires you, whatever brings you joy, whatever uplifts your heart and soul. Inhale. And then exhale, we're going to move into our side angle. So we're going to very gently bring that arm to the thigh, front thigh. Foundation is stable as we move into this side angle. Back arm comes up alongside the body. Line of energy from the back leg up and out the extended fingertips. And let's engage those bandhas and breathe in our side angle. Remembering as we go through this flow, anytime you need to come out sooner, you're always welcome to. Anytime there's pain, immediately back off. Inhaling, reaching out. Exhaling, let's straighten that front leg. Let's bring that front arm down. So left arm is coming down towards a block or the floor. Right arm is extending up. Tiny micro bend in that front leg. We're not blocking either knees. And let's engage those bandhas and breathe in our Trikonasana triangle. Next inhale, reaching those fingertips up, and then exhaling that hand down to the block or to the mat. And we're going to have one hand on either side of the front foot. We're setting up our foundation. It's a little different. We're going to take that back foot 90 degrees just to protect that spine as we revolve. The right hand is rooted into the floor, into the earth. And as we inhale, we're going to take the left arm up, extending that up, and engaging our bandhas and breathe. One more nice deep breath, reaching up and exhaling down. Beautiful job. And you can readjust that back foot so it's 30 to 40, 45 degrees. Whatever feels comfortable for you, and then releasing down into our pyramid. Feeling a nice stretch on the front hamstring and calves. Finding your edge. Just resting in that feels so good edge. Engaging those bandhas and breathe. Beautiful job. And we're going to come up into Virabhadrasana 1. So we're going to bend that front knee so it's over the ankle. You can do a little micro bend in that back knee as you come up to that front thigh. You're going to feel a little gentle squeeze of the thighs coming together. It's a bit of a balance adjusting into this. Do your best. You'll get better and better every time. And feeling yourself, your torso again stacked up over the hips. Front knee is over the front ankle. Back thigh slightly engaged. Tiny micro bend in that back knee. Never want to lock the knees in any pose. And we're going to square those hips. So now that right leg's back, I'm going to bring that right hip a little forward so those hips are square. And then bringing those arms up overhead. And however you like to do it. Some people like to be straight. Some people like to be out a little. Some people like to even clasp the hands up overhead. Find a variation that works for you. Engaging those bandhas. And let's bring in the prana through the breath, the belly. Beautiful job. And on your exhale, we're going to face front. And what we're going to do now is move into a little flow. I'm going to move this for a second here. Easy in there. So we're going to be doing the same thing. We're just going to be doing it in a flow. And we're not going to be moving into revolved triangle in this flow, because we're going to keep this foundation solid so that we can really focus on the flow. So the first thing we're going to do is set up the foundation, because this is going to be nice and solid throughout the practice. We're going to be moving into the same poses we just did, so you're familiar with them. We've got the right knee forward 90 degrees facing the front of the mat. The right knee is going to come in up over the right ankle or a little behind if you need to. Back thigh is 30 to 40 degrees, whichever feels really comfortable for your hip and your body. The front heel is coming right through the arch of the back foot, or the heels are aligned, whatever feels right for you. And we're going to bring those arms up into our warrior two. So we're going to inhale into our warrior two. Nice, deep, long breaths, and using that Ujjayi breath if you like. So inhaling into our warrior two. And then we're going to exhale into Viparita Virabhadrasana. And exhale. Inhale again, reaching up towards the sky. And exhale into the side angled Uhita Parvakanasana. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lifting up a little bit, straightening that leg, moving into your Trikonasana. Exhale. Inhale that arm up. Exhale the hand down and moving into our pyramid. So bringing a hand on either side of the front foot and releasing down. Exhaling down, and then in a deep inhale. Exhale. And then on your next inhale, we're going to come up into our warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Squaring those hips. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, moving forward and switching around into that warrior two on the other side. Inhale. Exhale into Viparita Virabhadrasana, reversed warrior. Inhale. And exhale into our side angle. Deep inhale. And exhaling into our Trikonasana. Inhale, reaching the fingertips up. Exhaling those hands down into our pyramid. Adjust that back foot a little bit. Inhale into pyramid. Exhale into pyramid. And then inhaling up into Virabhadrasana one, warrior one. Squaring those hips. Reaching up on the inhale, exhaling. Inhaling, facing forward, and then just moving over to the other side. You're going to move right into Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. And then exhale into reverse warrior. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, moving into side angle. Inhaling into triangle, straightening that front leg, reaching that hand down to the block or the floor. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, coming down into our pyramid. Inhaling, bringing that knee up and coming all the way up into Virabhadrasana 1. Exhaling here. Inhaling. And then exhaling to center. And we're going to go to the other side into our Warrior 1. And Warrior 2, I apologize. Another one deep breath here. On your exhale, dropping the back arm to the back leg, reaching that front arm up into reverse warrior. And then inhaling. Exhaling, moving into side angle. Inhaling, reaching those fingertips up. Exhaling, straightening that leg, dropping the hand down into your Trikonasana. Beautiful. Inhaling, reaching the fingertips up. Exhaling that hand down so they're on either side of the front foot and just relaxing into your pyramid. Adjust that back foot a little if you need to. On your next inhale, bending that knee so it's back right over the ankle and moving into Virabhadrasana 1, squaring those hips, reaching those arms up. Exhaling. Inhaling, back over. We're going to do one more time over to Warrior 2. Getting that knee over the ankle. On your next exhale, dropping the back arm, reaching the front arm up into reverse warrior. And then on the next exhale, coming down into side angle and reaching those fingertips up. Inhaling, reaching them up. Exhaling, we're going to straighten the front leg and move into our Trikonasana triangle. Inhaling those fingertips up to the sky. Exhaling both arms down on either side of the front foot into your pyramid. Nice deep inhale here. And exhale. And then on the next inhale, we're going to go into Virabhadrasana 1. Knees right over the ankle, coming up, squaring those hips, dropping the shoulders down. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale forward. And we're going to go to the other side. You've done this flow, Warrior 2. Inhaling. Exhaling. Let's inhale into reverse warrior this time. Back arm to the back leg. Front arm reaching up. Exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, coming down into our side angle. Inhaling, reaching those fingertips up towards the sky. Exhaling, straightening that front leg, bringing the front arm down into Trikonasana. Inhaling, reaching the extended arms up. Exhaling those hands down into our pyramid. Parsvatanasana. Inhale, exhale, feeling that nice stretch. And then inhale as you take the knee right over the ankle and coming up into your Warrior 1, squaring those hips, engaging those bandhas. Let's take one more nice deep breath here. And then exhaling, facing forward. And let's walking those feet together. Beautiful job, beautiful flow. Great job. Beautiful, beautiful job. All right, so let's shake out a little bit. And I'm going to invite you to bring your hands up to the heart and bring your attention inward into Pratyahara and notice those sensations inside that have the energies that have built up through this flow. Dive in and be completely immersed with the ever-expanding energy field within you, inside you. You may feel the heart beating, more aliveness, more energy flowing. Whatever is going on within you, simply bringing your awareness to that. Beautiful. I'm going to go into a little balance. This balance, I really like this balance. It's the flamingo balance. So it's where we're going to lift one leg at a time up, and we're going to have our flamingo hands. So we're going to prepare for it first. Let's bring all our energy and all our weight into that right standing leg, feeling that leg extend deeper into the earth. It's solid and stable. Just bring that visualization there. It will help. Very little weight on this left leg. Very little weight. And then begin to lift that left leg up to a level that feels right for you, relaxing the foot down, and then bringing the arms up into our flamingo style. The wrists are relaxed. The fingers are just resting down, and let's breathe. Find a drishti spot that's not moving to gaze your attention at. One more breath. Beautiful, and releasing down. Good job. And then bringing your weight and your energy and your attention now into the left standing leg. And again, imagine that leg just continuing energetically down into the earth. When we do tree, we see the tree trunks and all those roots down in the foot. That helps us stabilize as we're in the posture. Very little weight on this right standing leg now. So just twist it around and feel the solid strength of the left standing leg. And then gently lifting the right leg up to the level of your comfort and bringing the hands, releasing those wrists into our pelican hands, and breathe. One more deep breath. Beautiful, and releasing down. Beautiful job. Nice to always have a little balance in there. So we're going to do my favorite transitional pose down to the floor in that standing yoga mudra. We're going to clasp the hands behind us and open up those shoulders and extend those arms out behind us. And as you're standing, we're going to hinge forward, bringing the head down towards the earth, bending those knees a little bit, and moving into our standing yoga mudra. And the intention of this pose is honoring our heart, that doorway to our soul. It is the highest organ, and so we're really saying in this pose that that heart with that infinite wisdom is higher than the head, and that heart is the director, the captain of our life. We're going to listen to the heart first, and then the head has good things to offer too. Taking one more breath here. And releasing the hands, bringing the hands down to the mat, do a couple floor poses before we go into our extended samadhi. So let's move into our Baddha Konasana first, bringing the feet together and just rocking back and forth a little bit. And coming back to center, and let's press those knees down towards the floor as we feel a nice little hip opener. And then inhaling, lengthening that spine. And on the exhale, folding forward. a little bit. Feeling the hips open and finding your edge. Just being on your edge, playing that edge, and just holding it and taking a nice deep breath here on the edge. Now see if you can hinge at the hips just a little micro bit more. And taking 2 breaths here as you hold this edge. And then coming up to center. Beautiful job. And let's release these legs. Lock them a little bit. And let's bring the legs wide. Let's move into a wide leg forward fold. Haven't done that in a little while. So we're going to go straight first, and then we're going to go to either side. So inhaling up, and then exhaling forward. And you can come forward towards the block, or just the floor. And when you feel that nice edge and can't hinge anymore, just taking a nice deep breath here. Just resting on this edge. And then seeing if you can hinge a little bit deeper. And then if you'd like to round the spine, you can do that. On the next inhale, gently and kindly coming up. And we're going to go to the left side first. So just move your body so your torso is looking at that left foot there. Take a moment to flex and extend that left foot. Noticing the sensation, being fully engaged in sensation as we become more and more embodied in this body temple, this living temple. And then bringing the hands down to the mat and begin to hinge forward towards that left foot. And when you find that edge there, that nice feel so good edge, just taking a nice deep breath there. And then see if you can hinge a little bit deeper, without forcing, and then resting on this deep edge. And if you'd like to bring the head, roll that spine and bring the head in towards the knee, you can do that. And taking a couple breaths here. And you can flex or extend that foot or just leave it to relax. And keeping mind in flexion, that's what feels good for me today. And one more breath here. And on your next inhale, gently and kindly coming up. Beautiful. And then turning to face this right foot. Let's extend and flex that right foot and bringing our attention and awareness into the right leg. Allowing the left one to just relax as we bring that awareness into the right leg and all our attention here. And then bringing the hands down to the mat, inhaling, lengthening the spine, bringing the head up towards the sky. And on your exhale, hinging at your hip. And finding your edge here. And taking a nice deep breath on this edge. and then hinging even deeper. Finding that next edge, even if it's a micro movement deeper. Feeling the sensation in the right leg, and allow the head and the spine to round and looking in towards the knee. Wherever you are in this fold is perfect. And breathing, you can engage that Mula Bandha and bring all your awareness to sensation in this right leg. And one more deep breath here. And on your next exhale, gently coming up. Beautiful job. Let's bring those legs together and release them, relax them. Let's windshield wiper those feet together, back and forth. Beautiful job. And let's come towards the front of the mat. And we're going to come down onto our backs. So whether you just want to gently come down on your back or you want to move into some spinal rocks, I invite you to and eventually ending up so you're on your back, feet are on the floor, the knees are up. We're going to move into a bridge pose. And so we're going to first start into a half bridge. So we're going to lift the pelvis up, feel the feet pressing into the earth and just lifting up halfway. And then releasing down one vertebrae at a time, like a string of pearls. And feeling all those thoracic vertebrae release. Feel the lumbar relax into the earth, the sacrum and the tailbone. And pressing into the feet, lifting those hips up halfway. Again, just resting here. And then coming one vertebrae at a time. And I'm going to invite you for this next, the bridge, whether you want to come into a full bridge and a full back bend, or if you want to come into a supported bridge with a cushion or your block. I'm going to go into a supported bridge. That's what feels right for me right now. So I invite you to do whatever feels right. So we're going to press into the feet. We're going to lift the hips. If you're going to do a block, you're just going to slide the block right under your sacrum or the cushion. If you want to go into a full bridge, you're going to arch that back. You're going to come up onto those shoulders, bring those shoulders underneath the body and clasp the hands in a nice arch. And we'll take a few breaths here. One more deep breath. And on the exhale, releasing down, nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And if you have the block, you can lift the hips up and remove the block, coming down onto your back, and then just bringing those knees into the chest and rocking back and forth. Releasing and relaxing that lower back. Let's move into reversed pigeon. So we're going to bring both feet back down onto the floor. The knees are up. Arms are resting beside you, just setting that foundation first. Laying on the back. And let's lift that left leg first and rest that left ankle right on the right knee. We're making a 4. This is also called the 4, or sometimes called the reverse pigeon. So we're going to lift the right foot off the mat. We're going to bring that right leg towards the body, reaching the hands behind the right knee, right on that lower hamstring. And then we're going to gently pull the right knee into the body, feeling that nice hip opening stretch. Find your edge and breathe. Beautiful job. And releasing that right leg, bringing that right foot right back down onto the mat, and releasing the left leg. So both knees are up, both feet are flat on the mat. We're going to go to the right side. So we'll lift that right leg up, rest the right ankle on the right knee, and we're going to lift that left foot off the floor, bring that left leg towards you, and clasp those hands behind the left knee on that lower part of the hamstring, and pulling that left leg into the body, finding that edge, that feels so good edge. And then engaging those bandhas and breathe. One more breath here. And releasing that left leg, bringing both feet flat on the floor. Let's bring those knees into the chest for a moment here. Oh boy, time flies when you're having fun. We move into our happy baby. Let's do this first. Let's just lift these legs up for a little inversion. Don't need to go into half shoulder stand, and just flex and extend the feet. Just feeling a nice vacation on the veins. Keeping that breath flowing. And let's end with those feet flexed so the feet are facing the sky. Let's bend those knees a bit and open those knees up a little wider. So the knees are out by the armpits, out. Bring the hands to the outer edges of both feet, and then gently pulling the knees down in towards the armpits. Feeling that beautiful opener in the hips, whole pelvic region. And our baby, pulling down, feeling that edge, just resting on the edge, engaging the bandhas, and breathe. The lumbars are on the mat. And then releasing that and moving into Ananda Balasana, our happy baby, just kicking around, being in your body, feeling sensation, making some movements that feel good for you and that are playful and fun. And rock back and forth, just enjoying like the babies, moving and stretching in your body. Noticing all those beautiful sensations, enjoying them, keeping the breath flowing. Making any final little movements. And we're going to begin to move into our Samadhi. So because we're moving into a little extended Savasana, I'm going to invite you to get really comfy. So if you need a blanket, you need a little something under your knees, I'm going to get a blanket because it's still chilly in this room. If you'd like to have an eye pillow on your eyes. The important thing is that you're nice and comfortable. So taking a moment, if you need to get up and get an extra blanket to roll under your knees or a little something very light. If you want something on your head, we suggest maybe just a folded towel. Just fold it over once. We want to try to keep the head in alignment with the spine. Or if you have not a huge pillow, but a soft, fluffy pillow where your head can relax in. And a blanket over you to stay warm if you need that, because we're going to be moving into stillness. We're going to keep the body very still, and sometimes it needs some extra warmth when we do that. And so snuggling up in your nest, taking your time to get all snuggle, and as you're in that nest, beginning to just wiggle around a little, making some micro movements, maybe some cat-cow on the mat, a little hula. Maybe bring those knees into the chest for a final release of the lower back. And then beginning to stretch out the whole body. Just stretch out the arms, stretch out the legs. Stretch out the body and engage the muscles, holding it, and then release. And let's do that one more time. We're going to stretch out the legs, the arms, engaging those muscles, even the face muscles, and release. And allow the body to completely relax. Making any last little micro movements that you might need to make to be as comfortable in the body as you can throughout this Samadhi practice. Allowing the body to simply sink even deeper into the earth. Noticing that earth underneath you and noticing where your body's connected to the earth. And really acknowledging that support of the earth. Holding your body along with forces of gravity, holding your body safely on this planet. And feeling that oneness with the earth and feeling all the elements, all the molecules exchanging throughout your body and all life on earth. They're all earth elements who are all once in the earth. They may have been a little transformed, but every element in your body has come from the earth. Whether it's in the air we breathe, the food we eat, as we receive nutrients and minerals and elements. Things we drink. We are earth beings. That is how connected we are to the earth. And those molecules within us are always exchanging. Hydrogen molecule that was in us yesterday could be in a tree on the other side of the planet tomorrow. Feeling the entire physical body 360 degrees. Just being aware of this physical body. Relaxed, all the systems relaxed, every muscle releasing all micro holding intentions. Relaxing deeper and deeper. Moving from the Annamaya kosha to the Pranamaya kosha, from asana to pranayama. Taking a nice deep breath into the belly, the lower abdomen. Allowing your energy to go deeper inside of you and expand out further away from the body. Sinking deeper in and just feeling yourself become a more spacious, expanded being. You are this prana field, this life force. As you go deeper inside, it can span further outside. And feeling the aliveness throughout your body. The flow of the prana through the breath. Honoring all those pranic systems by taking a few more conscious breaths into the lower abdomen. Knowing those energy systems are always at work, the chakras are always spinning, the nadis, that great river, is always flowing, and the Ida and Pingala nadi are always spiraling up and down your spine. The vayus are always flowing. Koshas and layers of the body are always present. You are an energy field as well as a physical body. Tune into that energy body, that prana body. Inviting you to move into pratyahara even a little deeper, moving into inner sensation, withdrawing your attention from the external world and concerns and all that you may have to do, and moving into full basking into the inner self, this indweller, the inner aliveness, the inner sensations, the heart. Become very intimate with this inner aliveness. Basking in sensation. And gently and kindly bringing your awareness into the Manamaya kosha. Beginning to feel all the emotions, the emotional body. If thinking begins to enter, simply label it thinking and let it know you'll return when you're done this practice, because you're in the practice of being. You're moving into the felt sense. But you'll be back later. Everything will be remembered. Simply turn your awareness into and feel whatever emotions are there for you. You don't even need to label them. Just bask in the sensations. basking in pratyahara, sensation and emotion, all that inner aliveness within you, pushing nothing away, even the uncomfortable emotions as you bask and feel them fully and bring them on. It can be quite ecstatic. We're going to be moving now into our single point of focus. So I invite you to bring your awareness today to the third eye, that spot between your brow. All your awareness. And if you'd like to add a mantra, there's many mantras you can mantra I am. As you dive inward, deeper and deeper, really bringing the awareness to the self. You can chant Om. Find something right now that comes up, first or second thought that comes up for you, and repeat that mantra, what feels best inside your heart. Bring all your attention single point of focus. Very vigilant here. If your focus strays, just bring it back. That's all that we ask. All your awareness on the third eye in the mantra. And we're going to release this focus and we're going to allow our mind to simply rest in stillness, spaciousness. Thoughts come and let them go. Allowing your mind to simply rest in this meditative awareness. You may hear a sound in your space. See if you can hear just that sound without the cluttering of the thoughts. Just the sound. Being very observant of your surroundings, alert, aware. Resting into that deep inner stillness. Almost as if your consciousness has completely stopped. And you are still, yet very alert, very present. Experiencing yourself as simply that divine present awareness. fully awake, fully alert. Allowing yourself to be suspended in this present moment as full alert awareness. Time has stopped. You are right here now. A blank slate, simply a witness to what is arising now. A neutral, loving witness. Pure conscious awareness. Experiencing your consciousness as everywhere yet nowhere in particular. Pure spaciousness, alert. Thoughts arise, simply let them go and return your consciousness into the silent stillness of pure awareness. This uninterrupted flow of oneness with all life. Everywhere simultaneously. Pure conscious awareness. Resting, in silent stillness. Drinking in the nectar of your own being, your own pure conscious awareness. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, but be here now as your ever expanding true nature. And beginning to breathe into the belly as we journey back, staying present and focused. As you breathe into the belly, allow yourself to simply bask in that nectar of your true nature, your innermost being. Allowing yourself to rest inside the innermost chambers of your heart. And with each breath, feeling a wave of love, unconditional divine love, flood your inner being. Each inhale, feel that wave of unconditional, powerful love. Come in towards your own heart and expand out towards your own heart. Filling your being with more and more love. Basking in the nectar of your own being. Every breath into the heart, flooding the heart with love, acceptance, acknowledgement, appreciation. Floating in this self-love. You deserve it. You even begin to say, I love you, and use your own name. And thank yourself, sending gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Into the heart. Knowing this expanded self, this nectar, this is all you. The eternal self. And diving into the emotional body, it may just be spaciousness. There may be waves of emotion arising. Allow whatever is arising to arise unconditionally, unconditionally loving. Breathing into the belly. Feeling those pranic fields, feeling that aliveness within you, that pratyahara. Taking another deep breath into the body, into the belly. And beginning to wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes just ever so gently as you gently and slowly come back into the physical body, still maintaining that presence of mind, maintaining that deep self-love and appreciation, maintaining an awareness that what is within this body is wholly sacred. Is pure divinity, our true nature, pure divinity. It's knowing that is your identity, that pure divine conscious awareness. And this body is a wonderful learning device. A temporary aspect of yourself comes and goes just like the thoughts and emotions. None of that is the permanent self. That is the conscious, alert awareness that always exists, recognizing that you are aware and you exist. And stretching out the body, the physical body, coming back into the body. Maybe gently moving the neck. Coming back into this physical body temple that we honor and take care of as the best we possibly can as the holiest living temple. And when you're ready, rolling over to one side, nice and slowly and gently, honoring your body. Taking a nice deep breath here. And then coming up to a seated position. See if there's a chant inside of me that wants to come out spontaneously. O ante kene kohonde maya ke honde ke ho. Ante kene ahonde maya honte kene ho. Ante kene aha. Ante kene ate ke ho. Eonte kene ahaya kene ahonte kene aho. And you can bring your hands up to your heart in Anjali Mudra, honoring your own heart, your own being, taking this time to quiet the mind and rest into this infinite, ever-expanding aspect of your own being, where all wisdom dwells so abundantly, where you are one with all life and the God of your understanding. And most especially your own heart and soul and inner dwelling Atman. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, of light, of truth, and of peace. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are truly one. Namaste. Thank you so much for your time and joining me this morning for Ecstatic Yoga, Friday Flow, and Samadhi. I wish you a most beautiful and most blessed day.